Hey everybody, you asked me to make a video on how to do make pictures with the enlarger, and that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to try to do this fairly quickly, so hang tight. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got to turn the timer on. So right hand side, flip the switch, come up to 3 seconds, because the first thing we're going to do is a time test kind of thing with our full sheet of negatives. So I'm going to turn the light on so we can see what's going on here. Remember, we have the filter in the front, and that turns on here on the right hand side, and you can see the color change. Maybe, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Off, or this is on, off, off, on. Okay. And this knob here in the center, this is the one, and we want number 3. So that's kind of like the halfway point. We're going to start there. We don't have enough light to fill the whole page, so I have to lift. Oh, that's a good sound. I have to lift the head up so that we have that. Have enough light for everything, and then we have to change our aperture on our light from underneath. So remember, I turn it all the way down to the lowest setting, and then I click 3. 1, 2, 3, up. So we have 3 seconds, 3 clicks on the aperture, and 3 here. Okay, that's starting point. That doesn't mean we're going to stay there. Then I'm going to come in here and get my glass easel and a piece of cardboard, and I have paper here waiting for me. But remember, this paper is in the plastic holder beside, to the left. That's this side, L, to the left of the light safe. So I'll put my paper in, put my negatives in, make sure I've got my words go in the right direction so I can read what I've got, right? Okay, and we're going to do this in 3-second intervals. Now, I'm going to cover up most or all except for a small amount. Now, I do it this way because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a portion. So 6 rows of negatives. But let's say I only had 2 rows of negatives, like, because you only had 12 pictures. If I can do 3, 6, 9 this way, or I can do it this way. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you can do it diagonal if you want. I don't care. But we just want to cover things up. In fact, maybe this one I'll do it this way just to switch things up a bit. Okay, so we're going to hit the button for 3 seconds. That was not 3 seconds. There we go. Move my card a little bit. My timer's being a turd. So I want to have at least 10 of these little section movements, because that'll give me 30 seconds. If I have more, that's okay. So remember, this time that we're doing here is to get an accurate or close time approximation for our pictures. Oh. I gotta move it because that moved over. All right, last one. All right, now I'll develop these as normal. Put them in the developer. Shake, rock gently. Remember, this is 90 or 60 to 90 seconds. It's already showing up. And we're almost paying less attention to the picture, although that's important, but we're paying attention to what is on the background, how much light or how dark it is on the background and on the picture itself, but more towards the background. Come here. Oh, it's being a stinker. There we go. Okay, so you can see there's a variation, right? A gradation where this is lighter over here and darker over here. And what I'm going to look for is kind of in this area where you can see the film, the edge of the film, not the picture, but the edge of the film starts to get dark. Okay, so that's what I'm going to look at. So somewhere right in here. Okay, now it's nicely, I can see all these lines down here. So, and there, every line I see is 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like 11, somewhere around 11. So 33 seconds. So I'm going to try that, 33 seconds. Or then you put it in the stop bath, which stops the developing. Then you put it in the fixer, and there's 3 minutes sitting in the fixer. So I'm just going to leave that there like that. Okay. I'm going to get rid of my easel. Grab my other easel. What did I say? 33 seconds? That's good. Okay, we're going to go 33 seconds. 33. I'm going to turn my light on. Now I've got way too big of a picture here, so I got to drop this down. Now that's too small, so I need to widen it up. So I lift this up here like that. All right, that works. All right, so we're going to choose a negative. Get this out of here. I'm going to look in here using this light box here real quick, and I'm going to grab a image. I don't know. Let's try this one. This one's kind of dark. All right. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to do that one right there. Okay. So on the enlarger head on the upper left-hand side over here, I know you can't see me, can you? There you are, that guy right there. I'm going to turn that away from me, which lifts the head up, and then I can pull this tray out. And then I'm going to slide the negative in the holder, close, and then line this guy up as best as I can. Okay. Then I'm going to slide this back in the holder. It has a little section where it falls down into. And then I'm going to drop the head. I'm going to turn the light on. Now, right now it's super dark. And I have this light on here. It makes it even harder to see. But it's super dark because I've got a filter on and I've got my aperture at halfway point, right? So if I turn my filter off, which I just have to remember to turn it back on, and then turn my light all the way up, because I know I'm at 3 clicks, I can just go back to it. I can focus my picture. So the lower right hand knob here, this is the focal knob, and I can move this down or up. There we go. Looks pretty good right there. That looks good enough for me. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my aperture again, go all the way down, 1, 2, 3 clicks, and then turn on my filter. So there's what it looks like. Turn off my light, grab my piece of paper that I have in front of me. Remember, shiny side, not the dull side, shiny side. Put my paper in, Set it in there just right. Hit my white button. Oop, and hope it works. 32, 30. Oh, come on. There we are. Only the best. No, actually, you know what happens is when people are over here and they're developing, and their developing picture doesn't turn out, sometimes they come over here and they put their wet picture on top of the machine. So water and electricity absolutely doesn't mix. So don't do that. So we've made a rule. This is the dry side of the room and this is the wet side of the room, and never the two shall meet. So all right, so I'm assuming that at 33 seconds, that at 3, that this might be close. I might have to tweak it a little bit. Maybe go a little more time, a little less light, a little less time, a little more light. But we'll find out. So I'm looking for a good range of darks and a good range of lights. And if I can get value in the middle, that's even better. Wow. This is kind of unheard of that, well, maybe it's a little bit dark. Let's say this is kind of turning out pretty nice. But it looks to me like it's a little dark. We'll see. Okay, so what do we got here? We got some trees in the background. We've got something else going on in the foreground. I don't even know what it is, to be honest, but I took the picture. So must have been something important at the time. Looks like there's a camera here or something. It's hard to see in the dark room. But I think that's a little dark. So I'm going to do it one more time. We're going to go for just a couple seconds less. So I'm just 2 seconds less. And that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but in the light world, it is. There we go. Okay, so remember, with our projects, you're going to take a certain number of pictures, and I think for us it's 12 pictures per project, and then you're going to do this for 2 of those pictures, where you turn them in exceptional images, okay? Not light images, not too dark images, exceptional images. And that's how you're going to get an A in the class. If you have questions, of course, you can always come to me and ask me about it. But here we go. One more time, a couple seconds less. And I will say the filter 3 doesn't always work, is a good starting point. If you remember when we were in class, when I did the demonstration in class, I had to go to the filter number 4 to get a good contrast in my image. So it just depends on the picture you took, how well you used your light meter. If you were, what kind of picture you took, that kind of thing. So all that comes into play. But the nice thing is we get to play with it all here and change it. If you screwed up out with your camera, you can always come here. Yeah, see, this one's already a little better. You can already see. So, Chloe, I don't know if you can see that, but the tree area, like right in here, just looks better. Just absolutely looks a little more open. So we're going to fix these and see what we got. Okay, I think that's about it for this one. Again, if you have any questions, give me a holler or let me know in class. Ask your classmates. what you might be doing wrong or what you could do better. Okay, thank you. We'll talk to you later. Bye.